A lot of you have asked questions concerning architecture and architectural practice. Today, we're going to be answering some frequently asked questions in the field of architecture. An architect is the professional in the building industry who is responsible for the planning, the designing of all building structures. The architect ideally is the chief consultant in any building project. He is a master planner and a master builder. Let's make something clear. You don't need to hire an architect if you don't want to build well, you don't want value for your building, if you don't want to live in a healthy space, if you don't want to safeguard your wealth, if you don't want to build a permanent structure. In fact, every building not designed by an architect is regarded as a temporary structure in the eyes of the government. So it can be demolished at any point without remuneration. Yes and no. The reason I said yes is because you can be rich as an architect. But no, because it's not a guarantee that you become rich because you are an architect. Wealth has its own dynamics. So you have to understand the dynamics of wealth for you to become rich or wealthy, no matter the profession you are into. The design process is the most important stage in every building construction. It involves brief development, research, conceptualization, production of preliminary sketches, production of presentation drawings, and finally production of construction drawings. The expectations of an initial meeting is not typical. It all depends on the client and the architect's disposition. But generally, in an initial meeting, the brief is discussed. In rare cases, the client may even mobilize the architect at that initial meeting. Yes, my guy, my guy. My favorite architect is actually a Spanish architect called Santiago Calatrava. He's an architect. He's also a structural engineer. In fact, he is the world's most famous architectural engineer. One thing I love about his design is that he used human anatomy to solve complex architectural and engineering problems. No, never, no. Architects are not engineers. An architect cannot be an engineer. They are living in two different worlds. In the simplest sense, sustainable architecture is a production of designs that are self-sufficient, designs that cause minimal damage to the environment. Understand that for every building project you undertake, there is a negative impact on the ecosystem. So the philosophy of sustainable designs in architecture is such that architects should produce designs that cause minimal damage to the environment. So how do you do this? You must pay attention to your material selection. You must pay attention to the idea of water conservation, energy conservation. In all, for you to achieve proper sustainable design, you must do efficient researching. We just answered some frequently asked questions in the field of architecture. If you have more questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below and your questions will be answered. God bless you.